U.S. and French officials say Presidents Biden and Putin have agreed to meet in principle. Now the Russians are saying that's premature. This as Russian forces are poised to attack. Russia Sunday extended its military drills in Belarus along Ukraine's northern border after 2 days of shelling in eastern Ukraine between Russian separatist and Ukrainian forces. CBN's George Thomas says Moscow-backed forces in the east are laying the groundwork for a pretext to invade.
Russia's 8-year-long war against Ukraine in the east has taken a dramatic turn in the last 72 hours. 3 sources that I've spoken to in the occupied territories say they've been notified this weekend that women, children, and the elderly need to evacuate immediately because they allege that Ukraine is preparing for a massive military offensive. In addition, men between the ages of 18 and 60 are ordered to stay behind and to take up arms.
Moscow has as many as 190,000 troops surrounding Ukraine, at least half of them in attack positions. Former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine William Taylor describes Ukraine as a hostage in a struggle between Russia and the West.
Ukraine has a gun to its head while the Russians are negotiating with the Americans and NATO and others. And so, yes, they're a pawn in this.
Ukrainian President Zelensky at a conference in Munich, Germany, asked why the West has taken so long to impose sanctions on Russia.
We don't need your sanctions after the bombardment will happen.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken told CNN because once sanctions are invoked, Vladimir Putin has nothing left to lose.
The purpose of the sanctions, in the first instance, is to try to deter Russia from going to war. As soon as you trigger them, that deterrent is gone.
Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin says Russia has amassed enough firepower to take the Ukrainian capital Kyiv, but with mass civilian casualties.
If he employs that kind of combat power, it will certainly create enormous casualties, within the civilian population.
Across Ukraine, civilians are taking part in combat training, preparing to fight if necessary. In the meantime, the U.S. says Moscow has drawn up a kill list, targeting Russian dissidents, journalists, human rights activists, and ethnic and religious minorities living in Ukraine. Dale Hurd, CBN News.